France is a country where wine is poetry, and every glass tells a story. From the rolling vineyards of Bordeaux to the champagne houses of Reims, drinking isn't just an activity here, it's a ritual. But even in a place that celebrates Jour de Vivre, the law still draws the line. In this episode of Law of the Land, we'll explore France's deep drinking culture and the serious legal limits that every traveler should know before raising their glass. To understand drinking in France, you have to understand its history. For centuries, wine has been more than a beverage. It's been a part of the country's DNA. It's poured with meals, used in cooking, and discussed like fine art. But this cultural affection doesn't mean France takes alcohol lightly. The French government regulates drinking with precision, blending freedom and responsibility in equal measure. Whether you're sipping champagne at a cafe terrace or sampling Burgundy at a vineyard, every pour comes with rules and consequences if ignored. Let's start with the simplest rule: age. The legal drinking age in France is 18 across every region. From Paris to Provence, bars, clubs, and restaurants are required to check ID, and selling alcohol to minors is illegal. If caught, businesses risk heavy fines and even suspension of their license. So if you look under 25, be ready to show ID, not as a nuisance, but as a norm. France treats alcohol as a privilege of adulthood, and enforcement is taken seriously, even in tourist hotspots. In most parts of France, alcohol can be purchased in supermarkets, wine shops, or convenience stores until 10 p.m. However, some regions, especially those near landmarks or nightlife zones, restrict sales earlier. For example, in parts of Paris, alcohol sales stop at 8 p.m. and open containers are banned in public areas like the Champs-Élysées, the Eiffel Tower, and Canal Saint-Martin after 4 p.m. You can still enjoy a glass outdoors, but only in designated cafe terraces or licensed establishments. Drinking in public parks is generally prohibited unless it's within a restaurant or cafe inside the park. The French see it not as a restriction, but as respect, enjoying the drink without disturbing the peace. Now, let's talk about what happens when that respect crosses the line. France enforces some of the strictest alcohol laws in Europe, especially when it comes to driving. The legal blood alcohol concentration limit is 0.05%, and for new or professional drivers, it drops to 0.02%. Exceeding that could lead to fines from 135 euros to 4,500 euros. In US dollars, that's $158 to $5,200. It could also lead to license suspension for up to 3 years and even imprisonment for 2 years. Repeat offenders or cases involving high breath alcohol content levels face harsher penalties, including longer jail time and higher fines. Even celebrities aren't immune. In 2012, French actor Gérard Depardieu made headlines after crashing his scooter in Paris with a breath alcohol content level of 1.8. The result, a 4,000 euro fine, which is approximately $4,600 US, and a 6-month suspension. The message is clear: fame won't protect you from French law. Public intoxication isn't itself a crime in France, but disruptive behavior caused by intoxication is. If your actions endanger others or disturb public order, police can detain you for up to 6 hours. Fines typically range from 38 euros to 150 euros, which is approximately 44 to 175 US. Think of it this way: France doesn't punish you for drinking, it punishes you for forgetting how to behave while doing it. The philosophy is simple: pleasure, yes; disorder, never. One of the most defining pieces of legislation around alcohol is the Évin Law, passed in 1991. It transformed how France approaches alcohol marketing and public health. Under the Évin Law, advertisements for alcohol are banned on television and in cinemas, and marketing can't depict glamour, youth, or success. All ads must stick to factual information, origin, composition, or method of production, and include health warnings. The idea is not to kill culture, but to keep it healthy. It's France saying you can love wine, just don't let it love you too much. These laws are enforced by the Police Nationale in cities and the Gendarmerie Nationale in rural areas. Officers routinely check bars, restaurants, and festivals to ensure compliance, from verifying IDs to monitoring responsible service. Health inspectors often work alongside them, especially during major events like Bastille Day or Paris Fashion Week. For travelers, that means one thing: if you drink, do it smart. Ignorance of the law isn't an excuse, and local enforcement doesn't go easy on tourists. France also regulates how much alcohol you can bring in or out of the country. If you're entering from another EU nation, you can bring up to 90 liters of wine and 10 liters of spirits for personal use, but only if it's for yourself, not for resale. If you're from a non-EU country, the limit drops sharply. Just 4 liters of still wine or 1 liter of spirits. Anything beyond that can trigger customs, fines, or confiscation. Always check douane.gouv.fr before you travel, because nothing ruins a vacation faster than losing your Bordeaux at the border. In France, wine is an art, but responsibility is the frame that holds it together. Whether you're toasting under the Eiffel Tower or tasting in Champagne, knowing the rules keeps the experience beautiful and legal. This is Law of the Land France, a toast to the law. Follow us for more global travel insights and get your copy of Law of the Land France in the description below.